Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't noticed, we are in a different location. I'm at home today. Unfortunately, Ryland is sick. I did have a video planned at the shop, but I'm improvising and sharing a little bit of my plants at home with you guys. So I don't have a real setup here to film with, so I hope the lighting is okay for you. I have pulled 5 plants that are growing in my space that are growing really well in just regular household humidity, regular household conditions, and admittedly, probably some of my most neglected plants. My plants at home don't get a lot of love. I spend a lot of time at the shop, so I keep a lot of my precious and most favorite and maybe a little bit more finicky plants at the shop, just because I'm there, almost every day, and I can take a look at them a lot faster than here, even though some would say, well, wouldn't it be easier to look at them at home? But a lot of the time I get home and, dinner, bedtime, school routine, these ones don't get a lot of love. So my goal for 2023 is to kind of give them a little bit more love and really grow more stuff here. It is a different growing experience for plants in my home versus at the shop, as it would be at your house and somebody else's house. So I really have to kind of cater to what works for the home versus what works for me at the shop. Let's just get into it. The first one I have is one that I have had at home for, I think I brought it home in June of this year from the shop. I was doing a renovation at the shop and I just needed some more space, so I brought home actually most of these ones. So it has gone through kind of, the summer weather. All of them have gone through the summer weather and into fall and winter, and they're all still actively growing. So excited to see. So the first one is, my Philodendron SP Columbia. I'm not sold that they're a different plant. They're gorgeous. Do you see this plant? It's so gorgeous. Look at her. I mean, let me go back so you can see just how big she is. So, I have no words. I knew when I first got this plant, I was like, everybody needs one. They're amazing. They're beautiful. But then on top of that, growing them, they are so easy to grow. We here in Vancouver just went through what we would call, for a lot of you, if you live in other parts of Canada, would say we're wussies, but we just went through a really cold snap, really cold. And my house got pretty cold. My house got really dry. And look at her. This is the newest leaf right here. And it's perfect. I mean, it's so perfect. Such an easy grower. If you can get your hands on one of these, and I'm propagating a lot of them, so if you're in Canada, if you're in the US, we have a ton of these propagating, and if you can get your hands on one of these, you won't regret it. Such an easy grower. And let me just show you quickly. I get the question a lot. Are these a crawler? Are these a climber? And as you can see, I have it on a pole because for a long time it was climbing, and just kind of in the last 2 or so leaves, you can see right there, she kind of wants to start crawling. So I really don't want to propagate this plant. I just want to let her grow and keep growing. So I'm going to hopefully not chop it as long as I can hold out, but she is getting to the point where she wants to crawl, so we might have to chop her soon. Isn't it so beautiful? I love it. What is there not to love? It's so beautiful. The next one I have for you guys is another big one. This one is my Philodendron Xanum silver. Hopefully you can see her. Ooh. She's in desperate need. I'm holding the chunk here because she's in desperate need of a repot. It's gonna fall right over if I don't hold it, so it's a bit awkward, but oh my god, how beautiful. Again, same conditions, same care, and wow, like, how beautiful is that? So that one is Philodendron Xanum silver. And the next one I have is my Philodendron fuzzy petiole. I don't know, I guess it's SP fuzzy petiole. Now this plant, I'm sad, but is currently fighting spider mites, so she's been treated a lot, but I mean, look at that leaf. This plant has historically, I don't know if you can see, can't even let her go, or she's gonna fall over. So I don't know if you can see, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous leaf, and then this is the newest one. It's kind of got this kind of damage on that leaf, and this, so historically it has done that. It's given me this side of the plant, gorgeous, perfect leaves, but then this side of the plant, not so gorgeous. Like you can see, that one. So this is better than the last one on this side, but I mean, I'm not really doing anything different. It is on one of our moss poles. I actually extended it from a really janky moss pole, but I didn't want to repot it, so I just plunked it on top and kept it going. But she's rooting into this moss pole now, and I mean, look at that leaf. Like, it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to try and show you guys the petiole, if I can. Do you see that petiole? It's fuzzy and red. Look at that. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. This is also one of my favorites. You've probably seen me post it before. So I'm going to step back. Can you see it? Can you see her? This is one I unfortunately will probably have to chop pretty soon, but she's getting rooted into this pole, so I'm hoping that I can just do a chop and extend, and she can keep her growth going. So once again, this one is a Philodendron fuzzy petiole. And the next one I have to share with you guys is one I also brought home in the summer. If you can't see, there's kind of a theme here. Big plants taking up a lot of space. These ones all kind of live in my living room on the floor or on a plant stand, so they have some space to spread their wings and grow. The next plant is my Philodendron sodoroy. So again, this is one that, if you don't know, sodoroy actually lose a lot of their silver on their leaves if they get too mature. So I have kind of intentionally not put this on a proper moss pole because, I mean, I don't want to lose this silver. Look at how beautiful it is. She's so beautiful. And same thing, growing in the living room. This is its newest leaf right there. Still hardening off a bit. Growing in the living room, probably no more than 50% humidity. Such an easy grower. And you know, if I wanted to size it up, I would put it on one of our moss poles, and really get it growing, but I kind of don't want to lose this silver. So pretty. So once again, that one is, I gotta put her down, she's so heavy. Philodendron sodoroy. Okay, the last plant I wanted to share with you guys is actually right behind me. You've probably seen it. My Monstera albo. Let me grab her. This one is one that I have had, I think I brought this one home around the same time, but I believe when I brought it home, we only had about 5 leaves. So that would have been, you know, these ones down at the bottom, and it just took off. Like, I need to deal with this situation here because the leaves are getting smaller, but I mean, look at how tall it is. So I think my plan for this one is I'm going to air layer the aerial roots, and then I'll probably chop, make a couple cuttings, and then pot them all into one pot with one of our moss bowls, and then watch a nice bushy pot of albo grow. So as I said before, when I do chop this, so I'm going to air layer each node, but before I chop, I'm going to double check this stem. You know, there's parts of this stem that are quite white, so I want to double check that my node is not, you know, I don't cut it where it's just a white stem and node, because there are sections of this plant that are quite heavily variegated, and I don't want to just get a white albo. I want it to be nicely variegated. The first leaf, or sorry, the last leaf, the newest leaf, is almost all white. So, and as you can see, the stem right here, it's white. It's whiter than I'd like. So I will be checking on these nodes just to make sure that, you know, my chances of getting a nicely marbled growth is there. So the last one on the list for today, my Monstera albo. How beautiful. I think I've said this about every plant, but this is one of my favorites as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another video. This one was a bit shorter than normal, but just wanted to get something out there for you guys. I'm actually planning on filming another one here at home. I have quite a bit of plant tours and some repotting to do, and I brought myself home a new plant for Christmas from the shop. Went shopping at my own shop. So I'm going to repot that into its own pot, and yeah, so that one will, probably going to film that right now, so that one will probably come out shortly after this one. Anyways, I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday, and I hope you have a great new year, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!